We bring in now Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus. He is a spokesperson with the Israel Defense Forces. Joins us live. Lieutenant Colonel, thank you so much for your time. It is now November 7th. We are exactly 1 month into the war on Hamas. How have things changed from the IDF perspective in that amount of time?
Thank you for having me. It's changed in the sense that we started by responding to the atrocious Hamas attack on October the 7th. We have since taken the initiative. We have encircled Hamas in the northern part of the Gaza city, and we are now advancing towards all of their strongholds. Some of the strongholds, we're attacking them simultaneously across different areas around Gaza. And I am specifically not saying names of places where we are and where we're going to be. We want to keep that as vague as possible for the enemy not to understand. But the aim here is clear. We want to make sure that each and every Hamas stronghold is dismantled wherever it is, so that there are no Hamas military capabilities by which they can threaten Israeli civilians ever again. That's the aim of the war, and we will create a better security situation for Israelis and for people in Gaza.
And Lieutenant Colonel, certainly in this month's time, there has been significant forward progress by the IDF, but there have also been significant and numerous calls for a humanitarian pause, including, of course, from the U.S., obviously one of Israel's biggest allies. We know the Prime Minister says that will not happen, at least not at this point. We know there are these pauses, but no ceasefire. Is a ceasefire, a humanitarian ceasefire, likely to happen at any point?
Yeah, correct. So I think it's really in the details here. We've been doing this for the last 4 consecutive days. We've been ceasing our fire in a window of opportunity, usually between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And we've been allowing Gazan civilians, after calling on them and informing on them that they can leave safely, to go south towards relative safety, wait for combat operations to cede, and then they could go back to their homes. We've been doing this without people asking or suggesting that we should do it, because we want the civilians out of the battlefield. But what we've also said very clearly is that any significant cessation or ceasefire will only be done when our 242 hostages are returned to Israel. They're being held for a month by Hamas. They should have been returned a month ago. They should never have been taken, but they should have been returned. And any ceasefire can only happen once they are returned.
Lieutenant Colonel, I'm so glad you brought up the hostages. We saw families of the hostages today on Capitol Hill addressing Congress, obviously addressing the American public as well. You just brought up the hostages. Is enough attention still being paid to the hostages and the families of the people who are still missing?
Yeah, there are 242 families whose lives have been devastated. And I'm not talking about the thousands of Israeli civilians killed and the soldiers that have been killed, only about the hostages. We are committed to bringing them back, each and every one of them, whether it will be by using force and special rescue operations or by using diplomacy. Whatever tools are available, we will take them. And I can tell you that the ground operations that are ongoing now in Gaza, they are actually generating new opportunities, new intelligence. Any friction with the enemy helps us to get new, to identify new opportunities. We've been able to release 1 hostage so far, but we are committed to getting each and every one of them out. And our hearts and minds are with the families, and we have said that we are committed to bringing all of them back, to defeat Hamas and bring all of them home.
And Lieutenant Colonel, I have one more question for you. And obviously I ask this knowing that war is complicated, knowing that Hamas waged these attacks a month ago. But is there any way to protect the people who do not have a stake in it, who by default and no fault of their own are more than likely the most impacted, the civilians?
Yes, and that's a very important topic. We are trying very hard to have Gazan civilians out of the way. By the way, if we speak about civilians, I want to mention something that not too many people know. At this time, there are more than 250,000 internally displaced Israelis that we have evacuated from southern Israel and from northern Israel. North because of Hezbollah, south because of Gaza, and they're internally displaced in temporary housing Of course, their situation is much better than the Gazans because we, the state of Israel, care for our civilians and we prioritize caring for our civilians. Unlike Hamas, who doesn't, it even admits that they have bunkers and they have shelters that they can use, but they're not letting the civilians in.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.